really appreciate your time and listening. Our next speaker is Supervisor Scott Lehman. Wait.
Hello, my name is Michael Petrellis, and I have helped organize this event. For 7 months, we have been trying to get this flag under community control. I have to speak up because it was a torturous process to bring us here today. I am sorry, but a number of you politicians who are here have not helped lower this flag today. That is not okay. We have done our hard work to try and get community control of this flag for all of us. And now that we have done the hard work, and I see all you politicians show up, it is disgraceful that you have not made a public effort to help us. Mark Bingham's bravery is something we have to do every day. And the bravery means to mandate the merchants of Upper Market and Castro and our politicians work with the community so that this flag is all of ours. I don't want to come up here and be this emotional, but it has been 7 months of torture to have our flag lowered. We must address this issue.
Hear, hear.
Sorry, man. I include everybody. Okay. Moving on to our captain of the San Francisco Sheriff's Department. Paul, would you like to speak? Please welcome Paul Miyamoto.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm representing public safety today, and I just want to say a few words about everything this time of remembrance. Basically, we're trained to deal with situations where we have to face people who are intent on hurting other people. That's something that we are tasked with doing in public safety. The events of 911, prior to that date, the number 911 represented the number that you called when you needed help. Since that day, 911 has come to represent people stepping forward to help others. And that's what Mark and Father Michael represent to us here. I just wanted to come pay my respects to represent our community and this community, to come together as one community, to make sure everybody understands that this is beyond all of us, this is beyond all of the politics, this is beyond all of the other things that we talk about in our everyday lives. This is about facing evil. This is about standing up for other people that cannot help themselves. So, with that being said, I just want to say thank you for everyone for being here today. And Mark's mother, Alice, had mentioned something earlier today that I think we should remember. Forgive me, but I know it's just Will I get that? Oh. She mentioned they died on their feet, they died fighting. Their actions made a difference for America that day. And that means all of us here. They spoke to their actions when they stood up and faced evil for all of us.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to put away the anger today. We're talking about Mark Bingham, Father Michael Judge. I really want to try and be inclusive and include everyone in our community. Supervisor Williams? Scott Williams.
Thank you very much. I want to just thank all the organizers of today's event. This is incredibly important. I really want to specifically call out Bill Wilson. I think a lot of us know him as the photographer and the guy who's at every event. What a lot of people don't know is Bill's also the president of his neighborhood association in the Sunnyside and does amazing work down there. So let's hear it for Bill Wilson. So, as we remember Mark Bingham and Father Judge, what we really need to always keep in mind, and we don't always do a great job of this in our community, is remembering the people who a difference. Remembering those heroes, whether it's Mark Bingham or anyone else, who have really made a difference, who have represented this community well for the last 50, 100, hundreds of years. And a lot of times people sometimes fade from memory. They don't get honored for the work that we need. Sometimes people in our community fade from memory. They don't get honored in the way that we need to keep honoring them. And we need to make a special effort to make sure that we are always recognizing and remembering our community heroes forever. I'm thrilled that the Rainbow Honor Walk is going to be a reality, so we will have a constant reminder of these people who have made a difference. So thank you all for being here today, and let's have a great event today.
Jason Clark, nearby. Just to mix it up a little bit, Mark Bingham, as hard as it is for me to say this, I'm a diehard liberal, was a log cabin Republican. But he was a great man, clearly. So it doesn't matter your political affiliation. What matters is the kind of person that you are. Jason Clark is here with us from the log cabin Republican. I'd like to say a few words.
Good afternoon. You know, it's important to remember that the victims of September 11 came from all different walks of life. The terrorists did not discriminate based on your sexual orientation, based on your ethnic background, based on your economic class. Well, I'm here representing the log cabin Republicans and the Republican Party of San Francisco. While it's easy for me to claim Mark Bingham, who was also a Calgrad like myself, as one of our own, it's important to remember too that he stood up for all of us, and today we honor him for standing up for all of us, despite who we were, despite where we came from. And if anything, he taught us that we were all American, and so it's an honor to be here today to honor him and to honor Michael Judge and to honor everyone who died on September 11th fighting for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Andrea, are you still around? Andrea, hello?
Andrea.
Alea. She likes Andrea.
She's here.
She's here somewhere? There she is. This event was also made possible because of interaction between Bill and the Castro Community Benefit District, helping us work out the timing with the event that they have going on over there. And Andrea Aiello of the Castro Community Benefit District is here to speak with you. Please welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's really great to see so many people here. And thank you all for coming to honor those who are everyone who perished in 9/11, but particularly those on the flight that were on. And I think that, you know, it really reaffirms our belief in humanity that those 40 people on that plane, plus the staff and crew, gave their lives for us. It was more than them who can die. So, and I feel there's important. So, thank you all for being here. And at the end of this event, we're having a student house at 2 o'clock. So, thanks, everybody.
Mr. Chapin, are you going to speak today? A good friend of mine, and somebody I work with very closely with Marriage Equality USA and with Good Equal, is Sean Chapin. He's the hardest working man in the LGBT civil rights video business, and Sean is the guy that got the San Francisco Giants to make an It Gets Better video. Without him, nothing would happen. And he plays rugby. So he would like to, you want? Yeah. Get on up here.
So, the reason why I'm here today is I wanted to talk about my personal life, because it wasn't for Mark Bingham on 9/11, and I know these people over there
Roll, song, roll.
I wouldn't be here. 2001. I was hanging out over at the Lone Star, it's a bear bar in the South Market area. Just hanging out with my friends, having a really good time. And it got really busy, got really exciting. I was meeting a whole bunch of new people, and one of the people I met was this real, like, burly, very well-built guy, and he says, "Hi, I'm Mark Bingham." And the reason why I remember that name is because whoever says their last name whenever they introduce themselves as someone, and that showed that he had a lot of resolve, had a lot of courage, and that it obviously left an imprint on me, since I still remember that specific introduction. And that was at a time when I was kind of going through my own change in life. As we all go through, the rite of passage of graduating from college, going into a new job, going into the workforce, I also decided to move down to Southern California. So when I did that, it was very exciting, also very scary. And then one morning I decided to wake up and did a 2-mile run out on the beach. It was beautiful. And then I got back home, got on the internet, and I found out. And I was in shock. I couldn't think that could ever happen. But then I got on the TV, and when I saw what was left of the World Trade Center, it was probably the biggest shock in my life. I thought, oh my God, what's going to happen to our country now? It's kind of scary. I think a lot of people have that kind of feel. And then later on, I found out that